Hey guys, Kishiryu here with the review. This time I'll be reviewing the Ryusoul Set 01 and Ryusoul Buckle from Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger. This is the first set of 3 additional Ryusouls, as well as the team's belt, which includes 1 Ryusoul. So, let's get started. First off, we'll look at the 4 Ryusouls: the HayaSoul, NobiSoul, and OmoSoul from the Ryusoul set, and the FueSoul from the Ryusoul Buckle. First up, we have the HayaSoul from Hayai, meaning fast. This depicts the yellow HayaSoul, and all of the Ryusou type Ryusouls have this pattern, so the FueSoul was the soul of the Ryusoul. So for this Kishiryu, the most distinct feature is that you can see that the top of its head is in the shape of a sneaker, with the ridges on the bottom forming the teeth. You also see that it definitely has a fast vibe to it, with a little bit of a blur effect going on with its eye, as well as some speed lines bursting out from the back of its head. Then we flip it up into night mode, where you can see that it has, instead of holding a weapon, its fist doing an uppercut with speed lines all around it. And then you can see the symbol on the shield. Then you have the NobiSoul from Nobiru, meaning extend. And this depicts the mint green NobiSoul, which has this kind of elastic cord wrapping all around its head. Then we can switch it to night mode, where you can see it now has an extended arm, just like that. And then you have the symbol on the shield right there. Next up, we have the OmoSoul from Omoi, meaning heavy. This one, you've got the deep blue OmoSoul, which is a dinosaur with this heavy ball and chain wrapped around its head. If we switch it into night mode, you can see it's carrying a large hammer with the Ryusoulger symbol right on it. And there's the shield. Then finally we have another quirky one, the FueSoul from Fueru, meaning multiply. This one depicts the orange FueSoul. You can see it actually has 2 small heads instead of 1 bigger head. And then, in night mode, you can see it has 2 right arms, each carrying a scimitar-like sword. And then we have the shield here, which depicts 2 dinosaur heads instead of 1. To test these out with the Ryusoul changer, we'll just be using one of them since they all make the same sounds. Next, we'll test out these Ryusouls with the Ryusoulken. Starting off with the HayaSoul. First, we have the announcement sound by pressing the trigger after inserting. Then, the Ryusoul. Then the long press sound. And finally the Kenbone attack. And the sound effect here is Byuun. Next is the OmoSoul. No, NobiSoul rather. And the sound effect here is Biyoon. Next is the OmoSoul. Dawn. And last but not least is the FueSoul. PonPonPonPon. Next up, something I forgot to show off in my review of Kishiryu is that the Ryusou type souls are also compatible with Kishiryu rather, as the head. So, just zoom in up here. We're going to just extract the red Ryusoul and start putting these in one by one. First put in the HayaSoul. And for each of them, you can see that it now gives Kishiryu a more generic knight helmet, with the key difference, of course, being the crest on the side. Then the NobiSoul. The OmoSoul. The FueSoul. And as a bonus, the Ryusoul, since I didn't show that one off in that review. And finally, we have the Ryusou buckle. This is a pretty standard Sentai belt using the same stats that we've gotten used to over the past several years, with the things that are different being the buckle and the holsters. So for the buckle, we got this goldenrod plastic back here, plus a nice metallic painted front. This can open up like so, which you can then use to take a Ryusoul and put on inside here, and close it back up. And when you open it back up again, it looks like you've got a baby dinosaur hatching out of an egg, which is a pretty cute and pretty clever design choice. You also have a holster for two more Ryusouls over here on the side, which you just slot in like that, so that you can store up to 3 Ryusouls at once. And the final thing on the belt is this holster over here, which is for the Ryusoulken. And so you'll just take the sword and slide it in like this with the blade facing down and backwards, where it'll softly lock into place. And then when wearing it, you can have the Ryusoulken sheathed at your left hip. Now, as far as extension goes, as has been the case for years as well, there is no official Sentai belt extender because this is a smaller, thinner kind of belt strap than what we get for Kamen Rider belts. But, as has been the case in the past, if you happen to have other Sentai belts, you can use the parts from those to extend out one of these. And there we go. Overall, both of these sets definitely have their own merits. For the Ryusoul set 01, this is what we can expect from the other Ryusoul sets, where we get 3, each of them having their own unique design and sounds. Of course, as demonstrated before, they are definitely more worth getting if you have the Ryusoulken rather than the Ryusoulger, though they also add in new optional heads to use for Kishiryu. As for the Ryusoul buckle, it does come with another new Ryusoul, but as far as the buckle itself goes, it definitely also has a good amount of value. It has 3 spaces for holding Ryusouls, which is definitely more than we've had with some other belts, where they've either held just one item or held 3 in the front buckle. But the amount has varied, and definitely one of the nicer parts about it is that it comes with a holster for the Ryusoulken, since for many years it's been pretty standard for the Sentai sidearms to basically come with a holster for you to use with them. But that kind of thing has become definitely more downplayed in recent years, where holsters have become less of a thing in Sentai, and the last time we really got a holster, which is for Kishiryu, that was a premium Bandai exclusive item, since it was more of a side kind of gun holster that would go onto your hips. But it is definitely nice to see something like this just come standard with the team belt. So this is definitely good for kids as a roleplay item, and as a neat little way of storing the Ryusouls as well as holstering the main team's sword. So definitely I'd recommend picking up these 2 sets, though if the Ryusoul buckle is not up to your standards, then I just say skip on that one and look for a separate FueSoul. Next time I'll be reviewing the Rider Armor series Kamen Rider Gates Revive. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is Kishiryu, riding off.